Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Up the Guts podcast. Joining as always is your host, Tricky, and we are on Zoom today. We'll get into why that's the case later, but first I'm joined by my co-host, Connor. How are you,
G'day,
mate?
friends. Good, how are you?
You're not too bad. And joined by a special guest co-host, actually. I'm actually privileged to have this bloke on. He's done some wonders, actually. I'd like to welcome Alex Hales to the podcast.
Uh,
How you going, Holty?
It is a good looking like.
This needs to stop.
You are.
This
You're Alex
has
Hales.
to stop. I do not look like Alex Hales.
You do, mate. You really do.
No, you're a spitting image. He's a good looking.
Joel Hillis is going to absolutely cop it.
Is he now?
He's a very happy man, Joel, isn't he? With his Saints.
Oh, yeah. We'll touch on that later.
He would be.
But Holty, would you like to explain? So first of all, you were sick on Tuesday, but what was the mishap that you got into today? The reason that we've had to go to the Zoom.
So I had a little bit of a strange morning. So got up on a reasonable time. Getting ready for uni. Couldn't find my glasses, and I was a bit odd. And been searching around the house for the past 35 minutes to find my glasses. Then all of a sudden, picked up my car keys. Absolutely smacked a home run with the car keys with the coffee cup, and the coffee's gone everywhere into the kitchen. So I've got the mop, and I've just mopped it all up and everything, and raced up. All trains at cancelled at Cranbourne, packing them. I'm like, this is great. So drove back to Druin, hopped on the V line at Druin.
So where were you at this point? Where were you at this point?
On the highway, on the freeway.
Yep.
So I've done a U-turn on the freeway, like, those illegal gaps that you're not meant to go through in the middle of the freeway. Yep. Done a U-turn and made my way back to Druin to take the V line. And once I sat down in the V line, there's like the luggage bag things on top.
Yep.
Absolutely smashed my head, and I've got a big egg on there.
Oh no, that's no good at all.
So I'm concussed in the end.
You're concussed. How was it? You go out for dinner, Connor? Obviously, it was your mum's birthday on Tuesday, I believe. Happy birthday, Miss Murphy.
Yeah, no, we just had dinner at Mum's house, so nothing too flash. Yeah.
What'd she cook up?
Well, we had a barbecue.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm trying to do my super coach as well.
Yes, because before the lockout, have you made any changes yet?
Yeah, I made heaps of changes.
I think I only made the one. But I reckon we get into our highs and, my bad. Tops and bottoms.
Oh,
really not that hard. What was that?
My first top would have to be the Collingwood Football Club.
Yeah,
that's a top for me. Another top would have to be. Oh, there's not a lot of tops that happen. Tops would have to be two. Another thing, key forwards kicking bags. I'm really liking it.
Kicking some big goals. Key forward kicking bags.
No, but kicking big bags, not the 3 and the 4. They go on the 5s and they go on the 5s and the 6s.
Forward Union pub. That's all you need to hear.
They go on the 5s and the 6s, and I'm really enjoying that. A low would have to be the fact that we're recording this about 10 minutes before the first bounce, but oh well. It's on a Thursday. And another low would have to be, I hope he's listening, Will Dis organised to go out Saturday night after the footy and said, yeah, meet me back at our apartment. And we waited 4 hours till he was ready. And he said, I'm on my way. And we waited out the front, just sitting there, myself and Jaden, for an hour and a half.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Why don't you go to like a pub or something?
Oh, we did to buy time. But he's like, oh, I'm on my way. Start heading there now. I'm like, yeah, no worries. We're still sitting there an hour and a half. And he goes, I'm walking now. And we're like, I bet you this bloke's at Crown. We start walking to Crown. We bump into him at Crown. We're like, are you kidding me?
Well, you got to chase your losses. You can't just let them run away.
Exactly.
That's very true.
We'd already been to Crown at that point. But what about you guys? Tops and bottoms? Connor, we'll start with you.
Tops. Oh, definitely at the Flag Dons. They're 2 and zip. First time in a long time.
Yep.
We're up and about now down at Essendon. Next one is shout out to Cameron from he works for me now at Clyde McDonald's. messaged me during the week saying that he beat me in Supercoach. Well, you didn't, so up on you. And then lows for me, the Bulldogs, they are shithouse.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, agree with that one.
Fremantle, you're shit too. Richmond, you're still flogs.
Mm-hmm. Holty says keep on going, keep going. He's whining.
Hawthorn, you won't win a game for the rest of the year. And who else? GWS, you're shit too.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was a lot of lows and bottoms. Oh, Holty wants some more by the looks of it, or we finish it up there?
Can't think of any. Oh, Geelong.
Yeah.
They were terrible as well.
Holty, you go. Sorry,
and then that just slides into my low. I'm going to equivalent it down. Sava Radaglia.
Ooh.
The big rat.
He is just shit, and I want him delisted mid-season.
Mid-season delisted.
I cannot.
That bad.
Oh, he is shocking. I don't care if he takes a mark. It's what he does with it, and it's not good. He's footy smart. He's not there.
Mate, you're acting like he's the only reason you've been losing, mate. You've just been being outplayed 2 weeks in a row. It's the only thing.
Yeah, but it's solely our backline. We don't have a leader down there in Tom Stewart, and no one knows how to take that role. And also, true. And it is our leader, Patrick Dangerfield. I just do not see him as a spiritual leader.
No, he's a bit of a toss, isn't he?
Was he the right choice of captain or no?
Yeah, he was. I reckon he was. But
should have given it to the rat.
But he's got to show. He's got to show it.
Oh, you got a top though? That's a lot of lows. Any tops?
I got a what?
Yeah, tops and bottoms, high, low. Well, you guys always get into me when I call it highs and lows. Now I call it tops and bottoms, and you're like, "Oh, what's the top?"
I think we should be back for highs and lows.
Have I got a top? No, that's it. No top. Just a big fat low. Big fat low.
Big fat low. Now, while we're talking about it, keep going with your anger on the Geelong Football Club. May as well take Thursday night's game.
All right, Thursday night, Holty was absolutely blind before the game, smashed down at least 4 1-litre beer towers.
Probably for the best, mate.
And then heading to the MCG for a cold, crappy Geelong Carlton game's the worst. The worst. I'd rather go watch Gold Coast North.
It was actually a good game, though, I thought.
Oh, I couldn't remember the second half, so you've done better than me, Connor.
So why are you reviewing this then? You have no idea what happened.
Don't know. I'm just looking at the paper. All right, so Carlton 13-12-90 defeated the Geelong Cats 12-10-82 with your goal kickers for Carlton. You had Curnow with the big 5, Owies with 3, Durden, McKay, Ed Curnow, and then you had Motlop and Fisher. Mind you, I thought Motlop played very well.
He did, actually.
He played very well. That would be in the first half then, since you can't remember the second half, correct?
No, I did see some Motlop flying around on the ground. But I did see this bloke play very well, and it was Jay Cameron with the 6 goals, and then you had Henry with 2. You can go back to Collingwood as well. Hawkins with 1, Close with 1, Blixar's 1, and the Seagull Rowan with 1.
The Seagull.
The Seagull. Now, Jeremy Cameron, how about that for a performance? I believe he had 25 touches as well, 6 goals and 11 score involvements.
That he did.
Is he the best player in the competition as we speak?
No.
No? Who would you have on top of him?
Nick Darkoff.
The 22 blokes that run around in red and black.
That's disgusting.
No, but honestly, is he number 1, if not top 3 in the competition right now? Hold up his tipper.
He hasn't played in 400 days.
Mate, he played round 1.
Played round 1.
Hit the goal.
Before that.
Yeah, and he's still the best player in the comp.
Oh,
no, that was Jeremy Cameron was the only reason that Geelong rating. Yeah, he was remarkable. He was everywhere.
But you wouldn't have him as number 1 in the comp as we speak?
No.
I'd say best kick, but not best player. The bloke has an elite field kick, and
you got LDU. LDU is probably the best in the league.
He's not bad, yeah.
What do you think of Jack Burrows' debut for the Cats, Holty?
Actually, I did have
20
eyes on him. I did have eyes on him because I looked throughout the week to see which debut would make another impact to the side, and he actually didn't play too bad. He
Yeah,
actually
20
goes,
disposals, 80% efficiency, and 10 intercept possessions.
yeah. If it's any debut that I've ever seen put his head over the ball, it was actually him. He drove in pretty much wanting the ball, and so you should on your debut, and played pretty well. And so I forgot, as I wasn't here last week, I wanted to say Tanner Bruhn played well against Collingwood as well. So
He
debuting
did
to
not
make
play
an
well.
impact.
He didn't play well on Thursday night, though.
No, he did not.
It was disgusting.
Thanks for the edit there, Connor.
And
Just-
do
Just
we have
thought I'd
any?
throw that in there.
Do we have any updates, Holty, on Reece Stanley's ribs? I got him down.
Any updates in terms of that? No, I haven't heard any updates on that, but I have heard Chris Scott saying in his press conference that he is okay.
Okay, so he'll
What,
play.
what happened with his ribs?
Just on the injury report, I just saw Reece Stanley ribs.
Just when he went up to go for a ruck contest, his premiership medal went up and smacked him back in the ribs. It was a bit heavy.
So is he all right? Does he have all 24? So he should be all right then.
You know what?
No,
just
he doesn't.
just put
He's
the
lost
rat in the
rib.
ruck over him. Put the rat in the ruck over him.
No, bring the Segler in.
Nah, bring
Seglers.
Gary Rowan in the rock.
Oh, yes.
Might actually find him, get in touch.
Connor, do you want to take the lights out Friday night game?
Yes, I will. Obviously, Friday night fights. Brisbane v Melbourne, the big grudge match for big Zorko.
Yeah. Jeez, he played well too.
14-9, defeated Melbourne 13-4, 82. Goal kickers, Big Smoke and Joe with 4. The little man Zorks with 2. Bailey 2, Cameron 2, Ashcroft, Berry, McCarthy, and Big O all with 1. The old half-ton Brown with 4. Oh, Mr. Selfish Fritsch with 3. Oliver, Neil Bullen, Chandler, McDonald, Petrarca, and Hunter with 1. Disposals, Ashcroft was pretty much almost best on with 31 and 9 clearances. Neil with
we
27.
did have a fan message saying in about takeaways from round 1. He said pretty much Flynn Sinclair pretty much said Will fucking Ashcroft. How good.
Oh.
Language trick. This is a family show.
Oh.
Neil with 27, Dunkley with 26, Oliver with 37, and Brayshaw with 27. Talking points is Will Ashcroft shines. Now, if we actually go back to Holty's pre-season review, he was one to watch, wasn't he, Holty?
damn right he was, and he's proven his point.
One to watch.
He was one
Will
to
Ashcroft.
watch, and you know what? Holty's bang on with the money there with the number 1 draft pick.
And did I say that Larky is a contender for the Colt?
Oh, yeah.
Did I say that? I did say that.
We were, yeah. Well, we'll get there. We're talking about Brisbane now. Big Maxi gone. The old Capitano goes down with the old knee. Really hurt the super coach out there.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Big Zorks was back and proved himself. He was pretty good on Friday night. Not that I really remember it, but well done. Lights go out midway through the final quarter with the Lions up by 40. Reminiscence of St Kilda and Essendon Waverley Park. Were you even born in 96?
No, I wasn't. But I've known all about it.
Remember that then?
I've known all about it. Well, Mum's a mad Saints supporter as well.
Yeah, okay.
So,
So obviously the play resumed after 38 minutes, but the D's were back on the field for a long time, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, I originally turned it off because I waited probably about 25 minutes. I'm like, there's no way they're getting back on. So I just turned it off. And then looked the next morning and saw, geez, they nearly came back and won.
Yeah, they did. They came back. But you know what? I think the damage was already done. That's a big loss for Melbourne because I've got them winning the whole thing.
Yeah. How
Well,
crucial would
hurts
Max
now.
Gorn injury be?
Yeah, massive because Brody Grundy looks terrible.
Well, he doesn't look terrible. He's no Max Gorn.
He's been terrible, Trick.
Yeah, well, he's not terrible, but he's no Max Gorn. I'm saying
Oh,
Max
he's been
Gorn.
terrible.
He's been terrible.
He's been terrible.
He's shocking.
I don't think he's been that bad. Like, he's been getting his hit outs and that, but he's no Max Gorn. And what about the criticism he copped, though? What do you think of that, Max Gorn?
What criticism?
People had to go at him because there was footage of him in the rooms afterwards after finding out the injury. Instead of sitting down watching his team, he took a moment by himself, I believe, in the first, second quarters to sit by himself in the rooms. And they said they were
That's fair enough.
selfish.
He's probably well, he probably thought he was did his ACL again.
And now people were saying it's selfish as a captain.
No, it's a bit
that's
harsh.
Yeah,
that's
I thought that was very harsh. And injuries, you had Berry with a shoulder and obviously Gorn with a knee, but it's compared to be his MCL, I believe.
Yeah, 6 to
And
7 weeks there,
yeah.
I reckon.
And before we move on to the next game, I've got one to put out to you, Holty, here. One of the questions, when we put out takeaways from round one, one of the ones we got back, Craig Hookie.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
Time.
Craig Hookie goes, Clyde Cricket Club looking for a new coach. Holty is the man for the job. Good old. Holty, are you going to apply for this Clyde Cricket Club coaching job?
AGM's coming up very shortly.
He's considering.
AGM's coming up very shortly, and there might be another role that is in put for old Tristan Walton.
And
Chairman of Selectors.
Chairman of Selectors.
Don't spoil it, Connor.
Give us the scoop.
Yeah, you got to give us a bit more than that, mate.
No, I'll spoil it once the AGM's done.
All right, fair enough. Now, moving on to the Saturday games. I was at this game, and I thought it was going to be a lot closer than it was. I was kind of not worried, but I was like, this could be a really good game.
I was at this game too.
Yeah, I did. Drewy said he did bump into you, bumped into a drunk Drewy on the train. It's always fun. So Collingwood, 21-9, 135, defeated Port Adelaide 9-10, 64. You had my check with 3, Elliott, Adams, McQuarrie, Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, all with 2. Then to go is Simon Cox, Hoskin, Elliott, McStay, Hill, McInnes, and Mitchell. And for the Port, you had Dixon with 3, Marshall 2, then Georgiades, Fantasia. All right, guys, calm down. Disposals, you had Nick Dacos, 32 touches, 2 goals, 84% efficiency, 11 score involvements, and 661 metres gained. And Josh Dacos, Mitchell had 29 with 8 score involvements and 8 clearances. And Josh Dacos had 26 with 2 goals and 574 metres gained. And Port Adelaide's top player was Pau Pepper with 21 with 9 score involvements.
It's going to be half time before this is done.
What was that?
It's going to be half time before you're done with this game.
No, I just want to say, talking points, both Dacos's ball use and decision making is elite. Especially Josh. Josh is
Nick's better.
Yeah, but Josh and I feel like Nick's better, but like Josh, it just seems a bit more.
Josh is smarter.
Yeah, I'd see that. Nick's more go. Josh is a bit more smoother, I think. But they're both elite, and Nick was actually getting tagged early on. They put Lockie Jones on him, which he was didn't touch the ball for the first half of the first quarter, but then ended up getting 9 the first and finishing with 32. And did anyone see Bobby's Hills goal? Holty, you saw when you were there?
I was at the Red Gum barbecue place.
That was a very handy goal. And I thought Darcy Cameron was really impressive. He had 18 disposals, 4 contested marks, and 29 hitouts. And injuries was my check with finger, but be right to play. But
I don't know.
No, literally just announced 10 minutes ago, mate. Anyways,
no, could be a late out.
What did you think it was going to be closer than it was? Like, honestly, hurry up, Trent. Collingwood shit. Is that what team? Are you talking from a spoiler who's 0-2 defending a flag? Anyways, let's go. No, but did you guys? Because I honestly thought it was going to be a lot closer.
I did as well. I thought this would be a much better game, but obviously not. Just proves Port can't play anywhere else but Adelaide.
What is it?
I was going to say.
Because I'm taking my Collingwood hat off here. What is it about Collingwood that is so good? Because
you have a Boston hat on. You don't
I'm going to be realistic here. We haven't got the best list. So what is it that you guys notice? I'm going to take myself out of the equation that matches it with the best.
Looked after.
No, seriously.
I don't know, Trick. Honestly, I don't really watch many Collingwood games, to be honest.
I reckon they just opened up the ground a bit more. I reckon that's what they did against Geelong. Geelong have sort of, or the past 2 games I've seen, Geelong sort of not played their 2022 ways. They've sort of changed their way into a 2021, sort of just put it into a pack and hope for the best of the ground ball and cause the chaos ball. But the way Collingwood did it against Power as well as the Geelong Football Club. They just opened up the ground immensely and just overtook the middle of the ground and just used the highway throughout the centre of the ground and opened up the forward 50 for those forward Union boys to do their work.
Yes, yes. And Holty, do you want to take
You get a
Adelaide
sniffy
and
when I
Richmond?
said that, Connor. Not Connor.
That was a
Trent.
very good analogy. Well done,
Yeah.
Holty. It was
Well,
just-
from afar, as a Collingwood supporter, I just think it's the fact that we take risk and we're willing to take the game on. That's just what I see. Some teams like Fremantle, for example, their ball movement's way too slow, whereas we just, if there's something there, we just go. And
So you're going to win on Friday night?
I think we will. Richmond have got a lot of outs as well. I think we'll win that.
Okay.
But Holty, do you want to take Adelaide, Richmond?
I shall take Adelaide Richmond as I ventured back from MCG to Berwick Springs Pub and watched this game too. It was a very eventful Saturday afternoon.
Interesting pub talks though. But Connor, how's the good old Pink Hill going?
It's
Yeah, good. If you want to get a king hit, go nuts there.
it's
actually, you're not seeing the video Connor put in our chat.
I put the video in there.
what happened?
I'll go watch the video. It's in there. Some bloke
Oh,
actually
okay.
gone
Alrighty.
from security.
So on a Saturday arvo at the Adelaide Oval, Adelaide 10-16, 76 defeated by Richmond 17-6 and 108. With the goal kickers for the Adelaide was my man Darcy Foley with 3, and the other my man Tex Walker with 2, Rochelle 2, Rankin 2, and Phil 4. And then you had for the Richmond Tigers, we had Ryan with 3, Lynch with 3, Rewalt with 2, Graham, Mansell, Baker, Martin, Bolton, Broad, Short, Cochin, and Hopper.
Here you go. You boys can get excited about this disposal getter. He's back. Your boy's back.
He's back. The underrated, the undisputed,
I don't think he's
biggest underrated. Yes, underrated, undisputed, the biggest stitch up for the Brownlow, Rory Laird. 39 disposals, 8 tackles, 2 goals, assists, as well as 11 score involvements and 7 clearances. Dawson with 27 and 7 score involvements. 645 metres gained. Shaw with 27, 7 score involvements.
Mr. Zorko.
Yes.
No, what happened,
Sorry,
Connor's watching the game. What happened? Was there a goal there? Or?
No. Sorry.
No, all good. No, keep us up as it goes as well.
Brianto with 28, 8 tackles, 7 clearances. Baker with 25, 7 score involvements. And talking points, Trent.
So the Crows trailed by 45 points at one stage, but thought back to come back with 1 point in the last quarter. I really like the way Adelaide are looking.
Yeah, so do I.
Their build, I think their rebuild's working really well. In the next few years, you might see them pushing for an 8 spot. I think.
Why not this year?
I don't think this year. Maybe next year, but I don't think this year's the year. I think they need one more.
Why not?
I just think they need one more.
Over in a grand final, 3 years ago? The list hasn't changed that much.
Yeah, but I just feel like they need one more to get those like the Rochelle's and that one more year in it, and then next year they'll come back firing, which may add he's in some fine form too.
This Arthur Jones bloke is a twig.
Nathan Broad, 4 matches. What do we think of this sling or dangerous tackle to get 4 matches with?
Should have been more, I thought.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
No, I think 4's pretty fair. Sorry, I got Jamara for first goal. He's just about to take a shot.
Oh, yeah. What was he playing?
He was like 20 years or something. No, I think the tackle is pretty dog. So concussion obviously is a big talking point in the AFL. I'd say 4 weeks is spot on.
But do you think,
good call,
like, if that's the case, Jamara just kicked the first goal, Connors won some money. If that's the case, do you think Pickett should have got more then?
No, because there was no injury sustained.
Yeah,
it's only marked as a whatever rank.
They're going to go by the outcome, even if that makes sense. Pickett's looked more brutal. It looked a lot 100%. More brutal.
It was way worse.
Yeah. So, and Saturday night, Connor, do you want that one?
Yeah, I'll take it.
And give some praise. Give some praise while you're at it.
No, thanks. All right. Obviously, Saturday night, absolute terrible Saturday night fixture. If you wanted to go to bed early, this was the night to do it, to be honest. Obviously, with these four sides that played his first. Western Bulldogs 5-11-42, defeated by St Kilda 14-8-92. How this has happened is beyond me, but well done to St Kilda.
There you go. Shout out to Jolly Hillis. He said if they get up this week, we need to give them some congrats. We need to stop bad mouthing them if they beat the Bulldogs. And soon as the final siren went, he was straight on the phone to me. So
are you going to continue? I haven't finished yet. I was going to give him a little shout out.
Yep.
Just took him my limelight. Obviously, Norton with 2, Baker, English, and Garcia all with 1. Owens with 3. Is it Philippu with 3? Who makes these names? Community with 2, Gresham with 2, Cordy with 2, Wood and Steele with 1. Disposals for the Dogs, we had Smith with 28, 599 metres gained, McRae with 25. Mr. Sinclair, now he's the only real decent player left, isn't he?
Him and
with
Steele.
33, Steele with 29, Clark with 26, Croucher with 26. Hawking points, inaccuracy haunts the Dogs. Well, does it really? Because they are dog shit.
Oh, yeah, but like 5'11" still.
Oh, they are genuine garbage. And I reckon they're going to get touched up again tonight.
In the Josh Dunkley Cup.
In the Josh Dunkley Cup. The Bulldogs are up by 6 points at this point. Young Saints star at forward, yes. I think I read something. There was 15 notable outs for St Kilda on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How they've won is probably a credit to Ross the Boss. And the structures that he has in place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Philippu looks really, really good for me.
He does.
I'm
interested to see really who's your one. Elijah Sardis when he comes. I'm interested to see him too.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be coming into the side, mate, this year.
You're on a roll, mate.
It's going to be a pretty hard side to get into. Rowan Marshall was probably arguably best on ground, I thought, for me.
He was really good.
He was very, very good. It's good to see him doing something. So that's well done to him. Obviously, he's pretty much the lone force up forward and around the ground. He's pretty much the only tool rolling around.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Jamara was racially abused by a fan after the game. Is that true?
Yeah. Didn't I hear about that? The club had to make a full statement. He was abused at the ground and then again on social media.
Oh.
So he took a couple of days away from the club.
Yeah, that's not good. That's just not.
People, they're just not learning.
No room for that in the AFL.
No. And of course, what do? They do an anonymous account. So their name can't be tracked down.
You can always track it down, mate.
Yeah.
Always.
Spy Connor onto it, I reckon he'd find him out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Good at my tracking. Obviously injuries, massive injury for St Kilda with their big boy Steele out. With a shoulder?
4 weeks, I believe.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, I believe shoulder or around that collarbone region, I believe. And he came back on.
Yeah, he did.
Which was credit to him, but
Silly.
that will be very costly for the Saints. You go, sorry.
But one more thing I would like to add, Trent.
No worries. The Zoom cuts, because we're not with each other. We can't hear whenever each other wants to talk. So.
Well, I wasn't going to drive to bloody Devon Meadows to the rape dungeon at 7:30 at night.
No, I wasn't asking you to, mate.
Okay. But yes, well done, Joel. Your Saints won. It's unfortunate that they're coming up against the Premiers this week. So bad luck, mate.
Still been 56 years, Joel.
There'll be another 56.
Oh. Now we headed over.
People at St Kilda Beach still can't swim properly because there's still a flag in the water.
Because there's only one flag out there.
Coast Guard are like, we've only got
Freo and North Melbourne. So Freo 10-12-72 defeated by North Melbourne 11-7-73. Clarko's got the North 2-0 here. So goal kickers for Freo to O'Meara and Walters with 2. Then Fredericks, Wachowski, Schultz, Banfield, Cox, and Brody. The North, you had the big Suvaraki with 4. He's on fire.
Yes.
Stevenson with 2. Taylor with 2. Davies, Uniac, Powell, and Simpkin. Sarong, 31, 2 goal assists and 6 score involvements. Ryan holding down that back line. 30 touches with 716 meters gained. I'll go 10 then off. And as well as, Brayshaw had 29, 7 tackles, 6 score involvements. But as Connor said, probably the best player in the comp, arguably at the moment, Luke Davis-Uniacke, 30 touches, 6 score involvements, 11 clearances, 638 meters gained with a goal. And probably the leader for the rising star at the moment, comfortably, Harry Sheaves with 30 and 562 meters gained off that half back line. You had Zeeble with 26. Zerha at 26, kicked 3, and 26, 3 goals, 6 score involvements, and 6 clearances, while Simpkin also had 25. What do you think? Did you see Cam Zerha went into the midfield and had a big influence? Do you think he could do this on a more regular basis, not in bursts?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like he's got the body for it. He couldn't be a full time, I don't think. And he's also had 2 damaging down forward, but I reckon he could do it in bursts. He's got the same builds of the De Goeys and the Dangerfields type of players like that.
Oh, 100% he is. Like that's the way the game's played these days. It's not playing by position anymore, so you may as well rotate a player in some sort of a different position now. If you reckon they've got strengths for that position.
Mm-hmm.
And he played it quite well.
Yeah, Griffin Logue, first game against his old team at 13 disposals and 7 marks, and shut down Matt Taverner. And here's one for you. Alex Pearce and Jai Simpkin made history before the bounce, becoming just the second pair of First Nation players to captain opposing AFL sides. The first pair were Gavin Wanganeen for Port and Michael Long for Essendon, who they captained the game there. So there's a little bit for you. But the main question is, did the ball go over the boundary line before the final siren? Should have been deliberate, is the debate. I'm with the fact that the ball went over first.
The ball went over first.
Yeah, that's what I believe.
I mean, if you're worrying about that much, like
no, yeah, but that's not the outcome of the game. But I thought, it was a strange one.
Honestly, I didn't see it, so.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think it's something you lost. So bad luck, tough shit.
Correct. Well said.
Moving on to Sunday, Holty, do you want to take the first game?
Yeah, probably the most boringest game I've ever seen in my life.
That wasn't that bad. I watched a little bit of it.
Oh, it was poo.
It was the Amartey party.
Yeah, it was. We have up at the SCG, the worst ground in AFL history.
The worst camera angle you'll ever see.
And that is very true as well. Sydney, 17-16, 118. It's a shame they couldn't score that in the grand final last year. Defeated Hawthorn 4-13, very inaccurate, 37. Goal kickers for the Sydney Swans. You had McDonald 5, Amartey Party with 4, Papley 2, Heaney 2, Mills 2, and Hayward. And then for the Hawthorn Hawks, we had Bruce, Moore, Meek, and Wapple. Tricky, you do the disposal because I'll get tongue twisted.
You had Mills at 28, 2 goals and 8 score involvements. Gordon, who had 28 with 7 score involvements. Parker, 27 with 9 score involvements. And Florent with 25, 3 goal assists and 8 score involvements. You had Will Day at 26 with 7 clearances. Sicily, 25, and Newcomb, 25. And talking points, you had, it's good to see the young Swans key forwards both kick bags. Marty, 4 goals, all coming in the first half. And then Logan McDonald, who I know Connor has big raps on.
Yeah, I love the Logan McDonald. He looks really good. They were really good. Their young forwards really good. Obviously, Marty got subbed off, I think, due to management, but he could have kicked an absolute bag before halftime. I think he kicked 4-2 till halftime.
Yep.
He was
taking
impressive.
some big grabs.
He was clunking. Not that Hawthorn are much chop, but Hawthorn generally will not win a game this year. They are dog shit.
They are poo.
Called it earlier.
They are genuine poo. They were really good against Essendon, though.
Hence their freaking colours. Poo and a wee.
Poo and wees.
Did Tom Papley take an early contender for Mark of the Year?
I did not see this, but I did hear it.
No, I don't know.
Well, he got up, and I think he shocked himself by how much he got up. You saw
he's a little man.
Yeah, but
yes.
And then I just had Hawks struggle again, and you already said you don't think they'll win a game at all.
Can't see them winning a game. If they're
And
going to win a game, it'll be this week against North, but I think North will trounce them.
All
Connor,
right,
I'll
I'll take the next one, Trev.
Fuck off.
All right, Connor, this is the family show, as you told me before. Come on, mate.
Yeah, don't do that.
Come on, mate.
Yeah,
Don't do
no,
that.
I've got a family, so I can do it.
Oh. Very good.
Anyway,
have to tell everyone
let's talk about the flagged on. So obviously flagged on 16-12, 108, defeated Gold Coast 11-14, 80. Big old Kyle Langford with the 5. Absolutely looked like Jeremy Cameron on a Sunday afternoon. Jesus. How did he kick 5? He was just clunking everywhere. They made him look like Jeremy Cameron, genuine. Big Guelphy.
I was thinking Gary Abbott Senior.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Guelphy, the sub with 2, Menzies with 2, Shield with 2. I thought was really good. Dylan Shield, Perkins, Setterfield, Davey Jr., Phillips, and Martin all with 1. For Gold Coast, King with 2, Casbolt with 2, Jeffrey, Ainsworth, Lukosha, Sexton, Veroni, Hollins, and Witts with 1. Just want to say, if the commentators say one more time how athletic Ben King is, I'm going to put my head through the wall. We get it. He's athletic, but he still hasn't done anything. Also, how big does Levi Casbolt look? Jesus Christ. He's an Adonis.
He's a big man.
He's a huge. Just on another topic, he's almost probably the best looking bloke in the AFL. He's a good looking rooster.
I'll throw you one though. Jai Simpkins not bad.
Big Levi, mate. He is
Levi, man.
Every day.
That is a lumberjack if I've ever seen it.
Anyway, so then for
talk.
disposals, Merritt, the captain with 31, Parrish with 30, Setterfield with 28, Shield with 27, and McGrath with 25. I thought they were all pretty good for us. Big Took was with 31. I reckon he got run down holding the ball about 4 or 5 times. But
He's not having the same impact. I know it's 2 weeks in, but he's not having the same impact as he did last year, I don't think.
It's two games in, mate. Just he's still playing well, all right? Just settle.
All right.
Settle and Took. His biceps are huge.
I mean, he is my pick for the Brownlow still.
Still.
Yeah.
And you just roasted him 2 weeks.
No, but I was saying he's not having the same impact he did last year.
But you still got Brownlow?
Yeah, well, I'm not backing away the call I made pre-season. I'm not going to change.
Just quietly, is Gold Coast the best looking team going around? Oh, they've got some roosters in there. Well, they've got Lockie Wally. Matt, yeah, he's a looker. Talk's biceps are as big as bloody as your head, Trent, when you talk about Nick Dacos.
Oh, not quite that big, mate. Not quite that big.
Talking points, Brad Scott, the saviour, the Messiah, 2 from 2. Hang on. I think Jones got a shot on goal. He'll shank this. We'll continue. Obviously, no Wright, no Wiedemann, but 1.87 centimetres. Kyle stands up. I think he's 1.87 centimetres. So, well done, Kyle. That was your best game, I thought.
And Wiedemann is back this week.
He is back, and so is the package.
Yes.
Surprise but effective call to sub out Heppel, who had 14 touches for Matt Guelphy. I actually rated this high. I also thought Guelphy should be in the starting 22 anyway.
Agreed.
I really liked Guelphy's year last year. I think he's not the most skillful bloke, but he's bloody hard at it. He always jumps up to kick a goal. Heppel didn't take it very well by the shock on the camera when he got the
No, I think it was just the point that they didn't communicate with him. I think
it was the right call. Heppel hadn't played that bad.
Yeah.
It was probably a little bit ineffective.
I feel like if they would have communicated to him, he would have took it better. I think he was just caught shocked, not more disappointed. I think he was just shocked. It's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I agree. Charlie Ballard received a 1-match suspension for his strike on
Which
Guelphy.
was down. It's gone to just a fine now.
He should have got 7 weeks touching golfs. In injuries, BZT with his right ankle, which I thought he was very, very good on the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about that, what it is or not exactly, like weeks-wise, Connor?
To be honest, I have not looked at it, so been really busy with work this week. I think it's only minus, so hopefully only 2 weeks. But I think he's been the most improved in the AFL.
In the AFL?
Yep.
Yeah, he's looked really well because you even said he was a bit of a stud.
He's no good. He's no good. But obviously he's been pretty good this week. He kept King pretty much goalless until
who takes his spot? because you haven't got that many tall defenders anyway.
No,
And
I don't know.
you brought in Stringer and Wiedemann.
Oh, they'll just play Laverde. Is Stewart play? No, Stewart's not even playing.
No.
But St Kilda are going to play small,
would
so
have to
probably
Ridley
right.
will play the second tall, I guess.
Oh well, St Kilda don't have any tools this week, so she'll be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last game of the round and a shock game, may I add. West Coast defeated GWS 14-16-100 to GWS 11-15-81. Goal kickers, you had Waterman with 4, Cripps with 3, Elliott with 2, Hunt 2, Darling, Ryan, and Kelly. For GWS, you had Green with 4, Hogan with 3, Himmelberg, Daniels, Lloyd, and Hamilton. Disposals, you had Kelly with 32 and 9 score involvements. Jones, 27, 9 score involvements, 776 metres gained. Gaff, 26 with 7 score involvements, 7 clearances. And you had Cornelio, who continues his form. Unfortunately, not getting the winning ways for GWS, but his form is still there. 28 disposals, 9 tackles, 6 score involvements, and 9 clearances, with Tom Green also 27, 7 score involvements. Before I get on to Jake Waterman, one of the talking points I wanted to add was, how good did Jermaine Jones look off the half-back line?
Yeah, no, he actually did look good. I agree with that. I tell you who actually looked really good was Jake Waterman.
Yeah, coming out of straight out full. They were saying he was playing like the old-fashioned full forward.
Yeah, he played. He was really good. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is. And
Alec was pretty
brother
big
of
too.
Alec?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, so that's his career best of 4 goals. And Jaden Hunt, I thought, was pretty impressive too, with 22 touches, 2 goals, and 6 score involvements. Maybe the change over there might have done him good.
Yeah, no, West Coast actually looked all right.
Yeah.
I was happy with them.
And poor Jacob Weir, 2 weeks in a row, copping a nasty bump, this time from Liam Duggan. It was fairly to the shoulder, but I believe he's going to miss a fair bit of time on the sidelines now.
Yeah, he's done some. What did he do?
AC joint. That's what it originally was, but I haven't seen what it update is. But I did see he's going to be out for a little bit.
That sucks.
And Jack Darling and Andrew Gaff broke the club record together of playing 235 games together. So there's another little fact below there.
Oh,
and
very nice research there, Trick.
Round 3 debuts, obviously, you got Artie Jones and Jacob Van Ruin, who, as I point to in honor of Dangerous Deal, he was a big Van Ruin fan, and it's good to see him finally get an opportunity. But before we get on to the Supercoach and all that, we have one segment that Connor has taken on his wings. So, Connor.
Yep. Play the segment for the Andrew Phillips Team of the Year.
He's been so impressive here. First corner, Phillips off the ground, goal. Oh, the big goal. Oh, good tackle on that occasion by Phillips. Aggressive tackle it was by Phillips.
Off you go, Connor.
Very nice intro. Well, good work there, Trick.
Thank you. Do you like that, Holty?
No, that was good. I enjoyed it. We couldn't hear it as much.
Chuckle. He looks like he's a bit impressed.
I'm just going to give a couple of special shout-outs first. So, obviously, I'm going to give a shout-out to my man BZT down at the Bombers. I thought you're doing well. So keep
Before you go on, Connor, Holty, obviously you were away last week. Do you get the idea of this whole segment?
I get it. Yeah,
okay, yep,
kept up.
Also going to give a shout-out. I was going to thought about tossing the idea of Jeremy Cameron, but he's already a superstar, so I don't think he's the goer. So we'll give it a special mention.
No, he's
I'll
not good.
also give a special mention to Myercheck and Rowan Marshall. But my 2 picks for this year, or this round, I should say, is Matthew Kennedy from Carlton, 26 disposals, 12 kicks, 14 handballs, 76 disposal efficiency, 7 score involvements, 1 goal assist, 5 marks, 4 tackles. He is just Mr. Reliable in that midfield.
I really like him, yeah.
Heavily underrated. Really shows the great attributes of the goer, as Andrew Phillips is. But yeah, he's my first one. And the other one,
here we go,
without mention, is the Amartey party.
Yes.
4 goals, 11 disposals, 10 kicks, went at 72% efficiency, 8 score involvements, 9 marks, 2 contested. He was best on ground for me that game. He was fantastic. So, yeah, they're the 2 picks. How did the poll go last week, Trick?
Jared Witts pipped Setterfield by 1. So this week I've actually worked out how to do the the one on each thing side by side. I've worked it out this time. I couldn't work it out last time, so I just chucked it on 2 different slides, and people didn't get it. Some people were voting yes for both of them, and I was like, oh no. But I've got it. Holty did that too. But yeah, I've got it so they can put it on 2 sides. But yeah, so you got which round 1? He's your ruckman as of now.
Is he though? I don't know.
So where if one of them gets up, where are you playing each of them so far? You putting Amartey straight at full forward?
I think I'm going to put him at centre half back. Just try something. Of course, I'm going to put him at centre half forward. Trick. Jesus.
I said full forward, but yeah.
No, he was running up the ground all day. He looked good up the ground.
Yeah,
and then obviously Kennedy will be in the
guts.
in the midfield. Yeah.
So I'll put that poll story up tomorrow, and it only goes for 24 hours. So make sure you get in there. Then we'll announce it next week who was the winner, and we'll start making a board of the teams.
Yes.
And
looking forward to it.
Holty, I believe you've been a happy man. So that no blow up.
I have been a happy man. I'm just not a morning person, but I have been a happy man. So I have heard that Jolie has been not impressed with my absence, as well as no blow-ups. And it's unfortunate because I've been happy. It will depend on this weekend's result, whether there'll be a blow-up next week or not. Or, yep.
And obviously our Supercoach competition starts this week as well. For all the listeners listening, good luck.
It started last week, Trick.
I thought it said it started after round 2.
It was round 2, mate. I played Cameron. Seriously, come on.
I thought it started after round 2.
No, it started last week.
Okay. Well, I won. What did you score?
Like 2080 or something with no Gorn and 5 pulling out late, and I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I got 5 too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think that would have been about. I think I was top 4%. It's probably about the same as you. Now we'll just to end the show. We'll do our tips, and hopefully we're all back together next week. We will do it on a Tuesday because Monday, very special video that we are recording. Isn't that right, Holty?
Yes, it is. And I've got my boots ready.
Holty, this is on your shoulders, mate. You talked big games, so we need to see this goal kicking in HD, mate. We need to see it. Now, all the fans need to see it.
What do you mean? It's the big game. I am the big game.
There'll be a lot of cameras out there, so just don't fall under pressure. I'm begging you, all right?
I do fall under pressure, especially at golf when there's a few people on the tee box. Jesus Christ.
Obviously, the game right now, Bulldogs and Brisbane will know the winner when this is released. But as we're speaking, who do you think will win? I think Brisbane will win pretty comfortably. Currently, the scores are level.
I'm going to Dogs.
Dogs? Holty?
Yeah.
The Lions.
Friday night, got Collingwood and Richmond. I'm backing my boys, the Pies.
I'm going Richmond.
Of course you are.
I'm going the Tides.
Yeah, of course you guys are. That's be right.
Of course, 'cause we don't like Collingwood. You're all feral.
I hate both clubs, but I hate Collingwood a lot more than
The
I hate.
amount of false teeth I saw at the MCG on that Saturday was incredible.
I'm still going to say your boy Nick Dacos will be best on, but I think the Tides will get it done in a close one.
Do you think anyone will go to him?
Yeah, they'll be looking after him for sure.
Who, if you're Damien Hardwick, who are you talking to during the week?
That's a great question.
I don't even know who plays in their midfield these days. Popper's out, so
someone floated Trent Cotchin.
No.
Yeah.
Would you
He'll
put
just run rings.
Would you
What
put
about McIntosh?
He could.
Would you put a Pickett or a McIntosh on him?
Well, Vlosten wouldn't be a bad one, but he plays that half.
Pickett's practically useless with his skills, so he may as well keep on him.
Yeah, but he's tough, so he'll make him earn it. Yeah, that's not. I don't mind the Pickett call. He'll run with him all day.
Yep. And Hawthorn and North, Clarko and Mitchell. I'm going North pretty comfortably. Davies Uniacke to have another day out. And Larky to kick a big bag again.
Yep, North for me.
I'm going North. I'm going Larky with 5.1 goals. 5
goals, 1.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. GWS Carlton over there in Sydney. I'm still back in the Blues.
Carlton by about 10 goals.
I'm going to go Giants.
You're an idiot. Why would how's Carlton's 2s going to beat the main side.
I'm guessing the cold weather in Canberra.
Is it in Canberra?
Is it
Canberra, is it?
What's GS? That's
Yeah,
Giant Stadium, mate.
Stadium, Canberra.
It's in Greater Western Sydney, mate. Come on.
Giant Stadium. I was just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh,
He had me confused.
Canberra.
Um,
No, I think Carlton will flog them.
this will be a good game, I reckon. St Kilda Essendon.
Of course it will.
Yeah. It's their 150th, two at the MCG.
Back in the
I
Saints.
can't remember the last time we played St Kilda at the G, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be wet.
I heard it today. It was 2006.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
It's not a great night to have your 150th against the Flag Dons.
I'm back in the Saints.
You're an idiot. You just lost that tip. I'm going with Dons, mate.
Holty.
Comfortably.
Dons.
Port Adelaide in the showdown. I'm going Port.
This will be good.
Yeah, I'm going Port though.
I'm going the Crom.
I'm going the Power.
Can I have
And
a
I
show?
want Charlie Dixon to kick 6 goals too.
Can we have
Are
a
you
showdown?
taking notes of our tips here, Tricks, so we can
Yeah,
see?
I am.
Good.
Can we get a showdown medalist each from you guys?
We're already led every day of the week, baby.
Rory Laird.
I am gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with Connor Rosie.
I'll give you a smoky Junior Rioli.
That's a good one. I like that.
I'll give you a smoky as well. Sam Powell Pepper.
Oh, I don't mind that.
I don't mind. It's like what? Gold Coast Geelong. You wouldn't want to lose this one, Holty.
That
Gold
Heritage
Coast.
Bank Stadium.
Apparently, you guys have a habit of losing up there.
Correct.
Yeah, they do.
Gold Coast.
But I'm
do.
tipping Geelong.
Gold Coast. Gold Coast.
I'm going to tip the Cats to bounce back.
Melbourne, Sydney, the G.
Gold Coast. Hawkins to kick 4 goals. 4.
Oh, Melbourne will trounce Sydney at the G.
I'm going the D's.
Jeez.
And last game, the other showdown. Derby. Sorry, Freo and West Coast. I'm going to say Freo need to make a statement, so I'm going to back Freo.
I'm going to go to Eagles.
I'm going to go squat. Eagles.
I'm going to go to Eagles, and I'm going to go
Yes.
Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, Holty,
Jack Darling, 5 goals, 1.
and a medalist. I'm saying, mate, is that your medalist, Jack Darling?
Oh, and medalist. Yeah, I'll go Tim Kelly. He's been a ripping for.
Or because I backed Freo, I'm gonna back my boy Caleb Sarong for the medal.
Oh, yeah, good.
That will just about wrap up the show. Thank you guys for listening. As always, stream this on all our platforms on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and TikTok as well. All our little clips. We'll be back next week to recap round 3, and also either next week or the week after, we will be having our goal kicking challenge against Dos and D out. Time for Holty to show them how the forward union kick goals.
What is it? You're my partner.
Yeah, I know, but time to show them how you do it at the forward union.
You better
Of
not
course.
fuck this up, Holty.
Oh, you watch.
Have we thought of our punishment yet, Holty?
I actually
Connor,
haven't. I was
Can you
actually
give us some
just
ideas,
gonna-
Connor, for a loser?
Yeah, give us an idea, and then we'll
Oh.
post this.
I'll think of something for
Yeah, I
you
was gonna
guys.
say that you're the type of guy that I think would come up with a good punishment.
I was just gonna say just a big old ice bucket. That's it.
Oh, that's shit.
No,
Maybe a
I
hot
reckon
chili
we
or something.
we'll tie the loser up to a goalpost and we get to kick balls at them. Or hit them with a belt. It'll be
It's not
kinky,
bad.
opinion.
It's not bad.
holy shit!
Or even a hot chili.
No.
Oh,
Tied up, soccer balls kicked at them.
actually, no, hot chili sounds alright. Actually,
Yeah, all right, but I reckon that'll just about wrap it up. Thank you guys for jumping on last minute, and as Holty would say, shout out to the public transport. They treat us well, don't they?
fuck
He
me,
just loves the old public transport, the roads.